Hey everybody, Travis at Rob Family Farm again this morning. It's a beautiful Saturday. Don't have a whole lot going on today. We just got back this week from the national competition with the BB team and got most everything caught up, but like everything with the farm, there's always something to do. So I've got a lot of tasks today. I've got to run to the feed store. I've got to go check bees up at Turner's Corner, bringing in sourwood, well, what they can bring in. Flow's not looking too good here in North Georgia this year. So we're gonna go check them this morning. We only got probably a week. It is July 15th. So I think we got about a week left of that flow, maybe two, not sure. You never know with Mother Nature. But I'm gonna go check them this morning as soon as the preacher gets done checking chicken houses. Till then, I gotta let the animals out. Feed the chickens here. Start cutting grass. I've got lots of grass to cut. It's grown a lot this week. We've had a good bit of rain on and off, so it's perfect grass growing rather. And also, I'm probably today gonna take the zero turn and go top the pastures. I don't have a bush hog for the tractor yet, so they're not real tall or thick, so I can cut down some of those weeds that have grown up. So I'm gonna go try to get that done today. I gotta go to the feed lot, get some more pig feed. And I don't know what else we'll get into. I just got a lot on my list, so we're gonna knock out what we can. So this video is gonna be all over the place today. So hang out with me and we'll see what we can get into. Let's see, we'll start with feeding the show cow. Old Bella. She's ready for her feed. Gotta make sure the goats don't get into it. They like to nudge their way in there. You need to throw the chickens a scoop of feed. Get the goats out of here so they don't eat that feed. And we'll swing the chickens some feed out. You can see the pastures. I don't know how good you can see in the camera, but pastures are growing really well. They're thickening up. Not tall right now, but we are in the dead of summer, so. But when you get out there and walk in them and look down, they are pretty thick, so. Which is what I want to see. And a few bare spots you do see. I've got one over here and then two down here. It's just where the donkeys roll. And what I usually do is those branches that are laying down, I'll pile them in the bare spots so it gives the bare spots time to recover. But everything's growing good, everything's doing good. Chickens are putting out eggs like crazy. have to stand here because these goats will keep coming back. And I don't mind if they get a little bit of it, but I don't want them to overeat on that show feed. It's high in protein and stuff. So we'll let Bella get done eating, and we'll move on to letting the big animals out. I wanted to get something done, so what I'm going to try to do is, so right here at this corner post is where the pig run is going to be. That's their pen. You can see how nasty and muddy it is. Trying to get them out of there, give them some room to roam now that they're getting bigger. And I can also lock them out for a day if I want to get in there and clean that out. So it'll start right here, as y'all seen on previous videos, on this corner post, and it'll run. You can see the wire around on the ground, and there's a corner post, and it turns and goes out through the woods that see right through there, and shoots up through the woods that way and goes out to the trail that goes down to the back pasture, cuts across probably 50-75 feet, and then comes back, let's see, right in here, and then you can see the corner post right in there, and then cuts back all the way down and around to the corner over here. So this will be a 2-wire electric. This will be our first time doing this out in the open like this. Previous, we've only raised pigs in a pen like this, and so we're going to try it. I think I'm only going to let 2 or 3 out at a time just to see how they react, unless it takes me till Saturday to get them out here. And if I do it Saturday, then while I'm home all day, then I'll just let them out and let them roam. But I don't want to let them all out one evening when I get off work, get here at 6 o'clock, and 7 or 8 o'clock all of a sudden they're out. Just because it's my first time, I'm pretty nervous. So we're going to start with going around setting all the heights. So as of right now, we're going to set the height. The bottom one, I'm going to set just a hand, my pinky to my thumb, off the ground. And then the next one, the same distance apart. I mean, they are trained on electric, so I'm hoping we don't have a problem. I ain't gonna say I don't think we will, but I'm hoping we won't. And these on the corners, I'm gonna put on the outside, that way they're not pulling on just these little plastic tabs right here on the insulators. They're not pulling on these little tabs. They're pulling on the whole insulator when it pulls inward, because it will. And I'm gonna try to make sure I keep the top wire, that way I don't cross them somewhere throughout the woods. So like I said, I'm gonna put the first one, my hand high, just like that. And the second one I'll do about the same width. And now I can adjust them, just slide them up and down as I need to. Get back over here in this other section, I've got limbs down and trees down, because I cut this all in probably 2 months ago, maybe. Top one right there, or bottom one right there anyway. And then the top one right there. Like I said, this just start with. Hopefully it won't be too big of a learning curve on the heights and stuff. And hopefully in the next month or so, like my property line's over there, about 75 yards. And so this is where I'm gonna try to start, maybe, because I'm putting a gate in over here. Y'all will see in a minute where the trail goes down. I'm gonna put a gate in right there. So I'm probably, maybe, I don't know, it may change, but I'd like to divide the property line with the permanent fence, the field fence. That way if something does get out, I ain't gotta worry about it going to the neighbors. Even if it is loose on my property, is one thing. But somebody else's property is totally different. Yellow jacket got me, and that ain't good. Well, time to stop now. I don't know if y'all can see, there's a yellow jacket nest right there. And that's the second one on this property that I've run across this year. Not only do I hate yellow jackets because they're bad, I hate yellow jackets because they like to rob out my bees. Top one's on top of the hill there. This one's the top one. See, this is grown up since I laid this wire out through here. It's crazy, it's the second time I walked this trail just now. I could have got busted twice. Well, if I'd have got stung the first time, I wouldn't the second time. Kudzu. Gotta love it.
All right, guys, this is going to be it for this one. Gotta head back, go get ready, go back to church. This is in between church on Sunday, so got the bottom wire pretty much strung. Got a few spots to adjust, but now I need to pull from right there at that corner and go ahead and pull that top wire back. I guess it'd been easier to have done it in 2 runs, but when I need to take that down in the winter after I ain't got pigs, if I need to use it somewhere else, then I've got to splice it back together, and I ain't trying to do that. So that seemed like a pretty easy way for me. But maybe tomorrow evening we'll get the top strung and everything looking good. May let them out tomorrow evening, not sure yet. We'll see. But thank y'all for watching. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and tighten this string up. I think I've got it pretty much clear. So I'm going to go around and pull on it, get it all tight. And then in my corners, I'm going to make kind of a tension. So I'm going to use some string. See how it works. And then I'm just using some old pieces of sticks I found out here. Just put a little tension on it. I ain't going to need a whole lot. But once I pull this tight, it's going to pull these corners in. And I've only got, I think, maybe 4 corners that I may have to do this to. I'm not sure yet. But we'll go around, and as we're tensioning it up, any of them that are pulling in, I can pull back on them using this method here. A little wooden stake and a piece of string pulling back on it. So we'll go around and try to get some of this done. See if we can get these pigs released today for a couple hours. See how they act. I know one spot I need a stake is right out here at this corner. I'm gonna leave that there because I need it over here. I'm gonna cut that off at an angle. And I just come down through here to zero turn and cut our trail through the kudzu. Right there. This post ain't drove all the way in yet. And what I'm doing is making a loop on this end. And I run it through the loop, then I can pull tension on it. About like that. And that way I can pull this string right here and it just comes unloose if I need to tighten it up some more. And just put a little kind of a knot in it like that to give it a little more tension. So once I get them all, at least this one in the other corner up here, that's right up there. That's right up there. I get them two tensioned up, then I'll try to pull this a little tighter. But I can't hold it tight and get tension on at the same time, so. Try to just get it rolled out and hooked in. Then I'll come back and unwrap it around that stump where I just wrapped it at. Alright, now I'll walk all the way back out there and get that reel. And I'll reel this all the way in. Reel. I'll take both of these tools. deeper than the other one was. All right, I cut it off when I went and got some feed. Filled up their feed over there. Filled up their water. And this is ready to open. All I gotta do is move that block and that stick, and I can pull it back. You can see the ground where I slid it back already. As far as I can tell, it's all ready all the way around. The only thing I don't, it's getting a little later, so I didn't want to do it today. So we're gonna head over here and get done with the evening chores. Tomorrow's Wednesday, which will be church day. Won't have no time to, but just to do chores. So Thursday, as soon as I get home, I don't think we got nothing planned. So I'm gonna let at least 2 out, watch them for a little bit, and if they do good, I may let the rest of them out. But I want to just try 2. That way, if anything happens, one of us can stand right here, and the other ones won't come close. We can stand right here, and they'll kind of back away. But the other one, I could tie a rope to it, maybe pull it the underway, and the other one stay over there. Or I can pull the rope around that tree and just hold it open, standing over here. And the other one kind of herd them around, herd them back in this corner right here, if we have to, if something crazy happens. So, well, that's our plan for now. But that'll be Thursday. So once we get here Thursday, we'll go from there and then see how it goes. I hear it popping over here. That must have been it right there. All right, so we'll back the mule down there to the barn and do the evening chore. There's a steer. He is growing. We got him on a little bit of higher protein stuff for now. Then you got the 2 baby goats out there. And then up at the barn is Sadie and Jezebel there on Michaela. This is the pasture I cut the other day with the lawnmower. You see how good it looks. Still been spot spraying with 2,4-D. I cut this pasture. The one they're on, I top cut it because they're getting out in the back. They got plenty of grass. And then that first paddock up front there, I cut it. And then this on the hill here, I cut it. That section right there. It's coming back real nice.
Eat the baby. Eat the baby. Oh, he's got your food. You gonna go eat? You gonna go eat? You gonna stay with Mama? Look, here comes your girlfriend, covered in flies.
Bestie girl.
I wonder if I'll switch fly spray again.
We can spray them in a couple days.
Don't hit me. Why?
Yeah.
You're being rude. You're being a rude old turd. You're being a rude old turd. I love you. Go eat. Come on, boys.
Scatter it out, that way they don't fight as much. And they really don't need it. This pasture's looking good, even with them on it overnight. Michaela usually lets them all out at about 7 in the morning. And we leave them out. They don't even hardly come in here till they hear us out here. We leave it open because we got the water trough here. We moved to this one just because it's easier once a week to clean out. And this one just, there's too much water in it. It gets dirty too quick. I think we're actually gonna switch to a bunch of these. You try to go up here about every other day or so and just check and see how it is. Got a lot of weeds in it. I got to spray it. As soon as I pull them off of this, you got all these weeds right here that they ain't gonna eat. Make them through the weed eater, cut it high after they eat it for a couple more days. The mower doesn't go high enough. If I had a bush hog, I'd come through here real high and cut it, but I'll let them eat it for a couple days. I mean, that one, they've been off of it 2 weeks now. You see how good it's already coming back. We had Johnson grass up there in the corner, and the first thing I did was ate the leaves off of it. But hopefully, like I said, get another couple weeks out of this between the grass that's out here and then the brush and brambles and the limbs and stuff. You'd already see on the edge of the field, they already cleared that out because you couldn't even get close to them woods, but they've already cleared all that out. Let them eat it down pretty good for another 3 weeks, and I might take them off of it and cut it. Then maybe they'll I gotta get back there and cut that back section around the corner there. Maybe it'll grow back enough to have another round of it in the fall. This crap right here, I tell you what, between this, Perella mint, beefsteak plant, whatever you want to call it, that and milkweed, wasn't for those two, I wouldn't have to spray hardly at all. But I'm looking into either a pull behind sprayer that, like when I cut it like this, give it a week and then come back and spray it when they're not on it. It'll kill most of the weeds, so I ain't got to spot spray as much. But I only want to do that if they're not on it. And like the weeds up there, after I cut it, I could come back with a sprayer and spray it. You said another tree fell?
Yeah.
It fell on his house?
Yeah.
I see it.
Get right up underneath the tree.
Alright, time to go eat dinner. Thank y'all for watching. Like and subscribe. See y'all on the next video.